Welcome to One Question at a Time, the TSI series. Question number 52. The ratio of new car sale to used car sale at car lot is 3 to 5. If the total car sales were 287,400 last month, what was the total used car sale? Okay, so I have new car sale here, used car sale here. Let's call new car sale is N. Okay, and used car sale is U. So is equal to, and then 3 to 5. Then we have the total car is that much. Now this one is N and U. Okay, so N to U that equal 3 to 5. So total is going to be N plus U. Okay, that equal to A7 400. Now we want to solve for U because they're asking for the used car. So we multiply both sides by U. We have N on this side because this cancel. So N will be 3U over 5. We rewrite N in U term. Okay. So now we have N right here. And we know N is 3U over 5. So now I just continue. I add U to A7 400. Now this one we have the fractions with denominator of 5, so we have to the least common denominator is 5. This one U is the same thing as U over 1. So we want to multiply this by 5 and this by 5 so that we make the same common denominator for the U term right here. Okay, so we have 3U, okay, add 5U on the top over common denominator is 5 equal to A7 400. Then we have AU at the top over 5 equal to A7 400. Now we multiply both sides by 5 and divide both sides by A. Okay, we multiply both sides by 5, so we cancel that 5. We divide both sides by 8, then we cancel that 8. Now we left with U equal to A7 400 over 8 times 5. I can multiply the 287,400 to 5 first, then divide by 8, but that make my calculations is I have to work with like the bigger numbers. So instead of that, I will divide it into 8 part first and then multiply by 5. So we have 2A7 400. We divide by 8. We have 28 divided by 8 is 3. 3 times A 24. We subtract top to bottoms. We have A minus 4 is 4. 2 minus 2 is 0. We drop the leftover down. Now 47 divided by 8, you got 5. 5 times 8 is 40. Okay, subtract. You got 7400. Now 74 divided by 8, you got 9. 9 times 8 is 72. Subtract, you have 200. Now 20 divided by 8 is 2. You got 16. Okay, subtract, then you will have 40 left. Okay, so 40 divided by 8 is 5. Okay, so one part is 35,925, and you have to multiply by 5. Okay, this is 35,925 multiplied by 5. Okay. Now we represent it here. 925 times 5. Okay. 5 times 5 is 25. We write 5, remember 2. So 5 times 2 is 10. Remember 2. You got 12. Write 2. Remember 1. 5 times 9 is 45. Remember 1 is 46. Write 6. And then remember 4. 5 times 5 is 25. Remember 4 is 29. Is 9. Remember 2. 5 times 3 is 15. Remember 2 is 17. Okay. So the right answer is U. Course, so will be this answers. Okay, so we can read this one in different point of view. We can solve for this. So let's think this is how much you got. Okay, you got 28, 7, 400, and then here is 0 from here. In that amount, you divide this into a part because you see it's 3 part right here and then 5 part. You add them up, you got this much. Okay, 3 add 5, you got 8. Okay, so that's why you have 2A7 400 divided by 8. So you calculate one piece like this, then you multiply by 5 to see the U car. The U car take up this much. Okay, that 5 part. So the thing is, if it 4 to 4 in the middle point right here, you will have half of the 2A7 400. Okay, so half of the 2A7, let's say it's bigger than 2AD, right? 1000. Let's say K right here. Okay, A7 400 right here, it between that 300 K right here. Okay, it's less than. So half of the 28.7, half of the 28 right here is 14. Okay, half of that is 140K. So you have bigger than 4 parts. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. You have extra ones. And this one is 140. Okay, this is even is 1, 4, 3, 7. Right? So this one is 1500. So it mean anything is less than 140 will be eliminated. So I will eliminate the first option because it's only 107K. This one less than 140K. Okay. And then we will have the 300K, right, is 15. 150K is at the middle point, right? So this is 200. It's about, if you compare the 200 to 300K, that is 2/3. Okay, that is 2/3 ratio. So 2/3, this one is 3/5. if we kind of like doing this, multiply by 5, we'll have 10 over 15, but we have 3 over 5. So 3 over 5, if we multiply by 3 to make it the same, denominator 15, you got 9. So it's too much compared to that. Okay. So it means anything is above 200K will be eliminated. Now you have left with only the 179,625 and 192,450. So how can we eliminate this? Okay, so let's talking about the 14 right here, 14.3. Okay, so you need one more part, right? So let's just take the part right here, the 3 digits, the first 3 digits, and then you divide that into 8. You will have a 28.7. You divide by 8 by itself. By that, you just kind of like working on the 1,000 part. Okay, so we have 28 divided by 8 is 3. So 3 times 8, 24. You subtract it. Then you have this one is 8 subtract 4 is 4. 2 subtract 2 is 0. You're left with 47 divided by 8. You got 5. Okay. So 35K, because you only work with 3 digits, so this is a K. Okay. So you take the 14 part. Okay. The halfway, 1447. 14437 0 0. You add 35,000. Okay, 35,000, because this is K. You have K right here, right? So we don't care about like the last 3 digits. We estimate them. So right here we add them up. This is the halfway is 4 part. And then this is when you divide like this, you estimate 1 part. Okay, so you add them up, you have 5 part of the U car. So this one will be about A7178700. Okay, so the closest one is B, 179,625. That is the closest one. Because when we write that down on the paper, it takes up more time compared to if you're thinking in your brain. That will be with your brain in your head. It could be faster compared to you have to write out exactly what this is. This is the estimate method. But if you don't like that estimate, or you don't kind of like have that sense, you can just work normally by the step by step with the method I show you at first. Thank you for participating in this series, and see you next time.